Coming up on Network Africa today, policemen suspended after being accused of helping a suspected serial killer escape custody. The United Nations says the situation in Libya deteriorates quite rapidly. Plus, Uganda is threatening surveillance at border with Democratic Republic of Congo to prevent monkeypox outbreak. Hello and welcome to Network Africa on Channels Television. Thank you for joining us on the program. I'm Anne Mwawadu. Let's begin today in Kenya, where 8 police officers have been suspended on suspicion of helping a suspected serial killer escape from custody. Police say that Collins Jumaisi Kalusha and 12 others escaped after being aided by insiders. The 8 officers were on duty at the time of their escape. In July this year, police said that Kalusha had confessed to murders of 42 women, including his wife, since 2022. Mr. Kalusha's lawyer denied the claim, saying that his client was being tortured to confess. He had been held at a police station since being arrested in July, but now a manhunt is underway to rearrest him as investigations continue. The United Nations top official in Libya is warning that over the past 2 months, the situation in the country has deteriorated quite rapidly, stressing that unilateral acts by different Libyan actors have increased the tensions there. Stephanie Curry, who is the acting head, United Nations Support Mission in Libya, was addressing the UN Security Council. She says that this has further entrenched institutional and political divisions. It has complicated efforts for a negotiating political solution. Meanwhile, Libya's ambassador Tahir al-Sunni, on his part, told the council that the only possible solution for Libya involves putting an end to divisions.
Over the past 2 months, the situation in Libya has deteriorated quite rapidly in terms of political, economic, and security stability. Unilateral acts by Libyan political, military, and security actors have increased tension, further entrenched institutional and political divisions, and complicated efforts for a negotiated solution. The status quo is not sustainable. In the absence of renewed political talks leading to a unified government and elections, you see where this is heading. Greater political, financial, and security instability, entrenched political and territorial divisions, and greater domestic and regional instability. Libyans are frustrated with the status quo and the toll it is taking on their daily lives. People struggle to withdraw money from the banks and to meet their daily needs. Many express fear now about a war once again erupting, or about clashes between armed groups. UNSMIL is now focusing its good offices on helping de-escalate tensions, 2, preserving stability and fostering confidence-building measures among key stakeholders, and 3, in preparation for convening Libyan-led political talks. Advancing the political process while maintaining stability is the key priority for UNSMIL.
To the representative.
In the meantime, the United Nations Security Council has reaffirmed its commitment to the principles of women empowerment, peace and security, expressing grave concern over the ongoing exclusion of Libyan women from critical national decision-making processes. The Security Council, 11 signatories of the Statement of Shared Commitments for the Principles of Women, Peace and Security, highlighted the lack of Libyan women's full, equal and meaningful participation in shaping the future of their country. That statement also pointed out that no woman has been included in the 5+5 Libyan Joint Military Commission on Security Arrangements, nor in the 6+6 Libyan Joint Committee for preparing electoral laws.
We express our grave concern about the lack of Libyan women's full, equal, and meaningful participation in shaping the future of their country. There have been no women in the 5+5 Libyan Joint Military Commission on Security Arrangement or the 6+6 Libyan Joint Committee for preparing electoral laws, and women representation has been low in national dialogues, parliament, and government. While the country's national elections were postponed sine die, provisions for a 30% quota for women, as agreed by the Libyan Political Dialogue Forum roadmap, or 25% as set in the draft Libyan constitution, risk being ignored, as the latest approved electoral law only allocates 6 seats to women out of the 90 seats composing the future Libyan Senate. We request the UN to continue reporting on women's representation in every relevant committee and institution, and to remind all parties that the Security Council has urged Libyan institutions and authorities to ensure the full, equal, effective, meaningful, and safe participation of women at all levels, including in leadership positions and all stages of decision-making relating to inclusive political processes, democratic transition, reconciliation efforts, conflict resolution, and peace building. We also condemn the reprisals against Libyan women participating in public and political life.
2 people are still missing after a small plane crashed into Lake Malawi, and that plane was carrying 3 people on board. A Dutch passenger survived and was rescued by fishermen, but another passenger and the pilot are still missing. Malawi's Information Minister Moses Kumkuyu says that the rescued passenger is a woman who suffered minor injuries and is being treated at a hospital. Mr. Kumkuyu says the plane crashed near the shore of Lake Malawi in shallow waters, adding that the plane had been located and a rescue operation is underway. The plane was a Cessna C210, which can usually carry 6 people, flying from the central lakeside town of Nkotakota in the southern town of Liwonde. It was operated by charter airline Nyasa Express. Lake Malawi is the 3rd largest lake in Africa. It is approximately 580 kilometers, that's about 360 miles long, more than half of the length of the country. Malawian journalist Joseph Mazizi joins us now for more on this story. Thank you very much for joining us on Network Africa.
Thank you.
So what more can you tell us about the plane crash? Have the 2 missing people been found, or is search still going on at the moment?
Now I can confirm that the 2 missing people have now been found, and they have been identified as Fungai Jonathan, who was the pilot, a 50-year-old man, and he's a Zimbabwean national. And the other person, the other deceased person is Frisco West Ham, 29, while the survivor is Charlotte Ronista, aged 22. So these are the bodies of the deceased have been recovered in Lake Malawi in the morning today, after a successful rescue by some fishermen and, of course, law enforcing agencies like the police. I should say that the search team has been working throughout the night in search of the missing 2 until in the morning today, when they managed to recover their bodies.
But do we know more about the condition of the current survivor? I know they said she had minor injuries and receiving treatment at the hospital. Have you heard anything about her lately?
Yeah, information is the same, that she is stable, of course, traumatized, but in terms of injuries, she didn't have serious injuries. So she's been treated at a hospital in Nkotakota along Lake Malawi, where the accident occurred. And she's in a stable condition as we are speaking, according to health authorities there.
And what are authorities saying about the cause of the crash?
According to the district commissioner and aviation authorities, they are saying that they are still investigating to find the cause of the accident. They're investigating the cause of the accident because, as you might be aware, this just happened yesterday evening, and today they are still working on finding out as to what really happened. And maybe fortunately, because the survivor is in kind of good condition, maybe she'll be able to explain a little more as to what really transpired, leading to the accident.
Oh.
Because the reports are saying that they wanted an emergency landing into the lake. So it was initiated by them, according to reports. But we are to hear from the investigations.
All right, Joseph, and let's quickly round this off. What is the track record of Malawi's aviation sector, especially when you look at the airports and aircraft maintenance? Of course, how safe is it for passengers? And would you recall any casualties or any plane crash in the past, and how has it been handled before now?
Yes, ironically, this is happening maybe 2 months.
Yes, thank you very much, Malawian journalist Joseph Mazizi. Thanks for your time on Network Africa. We hope that everyone is safe and everyone is good. But let's continue with other stories. Sustainability in business is crucial for tackling social challenges when you talk about climate change, poverty, inequality, and of course, unemployment on the African continent. Well, that's according to Dr. Ndidi Noli Edozien, who's a member of the International Sustainability Standards Board and founder of the Growing Businesses Foundation. She made these remarks at the 2024 Engage Conference, which is currently taking place in Durban, South Africa.
We are very centered around our land and our people. We are very blessed with natural resources, and we are very blessed with a young, vibrant population. And so to think about our future with our people in mind and with our natural ecosystem and natural resources in mind, and with a mindset that allows us to grow through investment in people, in ecosystems, in human capital, in biodiversity, and ensuring that we're taking into cognizance climate-related risks and opportunities is definitely something that we need to focus attention and energy on. And the ISSB standards have been developed as a global common language, as a global baseline for sustainability-related and climate-related financial disclosures, which are supposed to be included as part of general purpose financial reporting. And they are designed specifically for global capital markets and are very focused on material financial effects. So current and future anticipated financial effects that arise from sustainability-related risks and opportunities. So it's really about creating a common language so that companies and investors, for example, can have a conversation around mitigating risks, managing risks, and unlocking opportunities and unlocking capital flows.
Still to come on Network Africa, bees are encouraging entrepreneurship in South Africa. We'll bring you the details. Let's bonus again. Welcome back. To prevent Mpox from entering the country, Uganda has intensified surveillance in its border areas with the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is a hotspot for the virus. But currently, Uganda has no active case of Mpox. According to the country's Ministry of Health, the 2 imported cases in late July have been treated and resolved without complications. Up to now, the ministry has designated more than 20 districts along its border with the DRC as high-risk areas for Mpox transmission. Health authorities have also rolled out a nationwide training program for health workers, all to help them better detect and isolate suspected cases.
We've already intensified our risk communication for prevention. We have also ensured that our laboratory systems are triggered to ensure that they are quick to pick any suspected cases as far as responding to re-emerging and emerging epidemic diseases. We've demonstrated so during Ebola outbreaks and also during Marburg outbreaks. So the Mpox finds a very resilient system that will be able to prevent its transmission internally.
Let's come back here to Lagos State, where the government has expressed commitment to improve the revenue and efficiency of the Lagos State ferry service. The permanent secretary to the State Ministry of Transportation, Mr. Olawale Massa, was at the 3-day retreat organized by a Lafarge Lag Ferry, asked the agency to utilize the waterways to generate more revenue for the state. He also says the environment, ambience, and the efficiency of the agency's boats were critical to driving more traffic of ferries to increase ridership that would translate to enhanced revenue for the Lagos state government.
Lagos Ferry Services is an agency of the state government entrusted with the responsibility of public water transportation since 1983 to convey passengers to their destination via the waterways route. As part of efforts to deliver better service to the people and also generate more revenue for the state government, officials of the Lagos Ferry Services hold a 3-day management retreat to deliberate on how to increase the number of commuters using the waterways as a mode of transportation.
New revenue opportunity.
The managing director of Lag Ferry harped on the theme of the event, leveraging waterways assets for improved revenue performance.
As a coastal state in Nigeria, Lagos has the potential to leverage its maritime resources to benefit greatly from the potentials of the blue economy for improved revenue performances and economic growth. Lag Ferry is thus poised to play a factoral role in actualizing and maximizing the economic potential of the Lagos waterways. Hence, the rationale for inviting versatile resource persons for this management retreat to explore strategies we can harness to boost our revenue.
Other speakers and the Ministry of Transportation, who oversee all agencies under the transportation sector, charged Lag Ferry to adequately utilize the waterways in Lagos.
We have a lot to explore through Lagos Ferry Services as a state. By optimizing our fleet utilization, enhancing customer experience, and capitalizing on emerging opportunities, we can increase passenger and cargo volumes, diversify revenue streams through innovative services and partnerships.
You see, the passenger experience is very, very important because they want to come back. So you have a lot of work to do. And when I ask again, why waterways? Badore to what's it? That how many minutes? That's a lot fast.
The Special Advisor on Taxation and Revenue says capacity building is very crucial for staff to achieve efficient and qualitative service delivery.
We expect afterwards for our teaming users to have better experience with the Lag Ferry, to be world-class, first-class service. And we expect our people, that is the management retreat that we're having today, to put in practice all the teachings that were put in place, ranging from encouraging payers, managing them, managing their expectations, putting security first, putting them before personal gains and all that.
Taking full advantage of the waterways is the message from this gathering. Lagos Ferry Services has more work to do to achieve more revenue for the state government and also ensure safety of residents plying the waterways.
Gabon's interim president, who seized power in a coup just 1 year ago, has barred members of his transitional government from holding and holidaying abroad. General Olusegun has also limited government officials to a maximum of 1 week of holiday leave. These new restrictions were announced on state television after he told the country to listen to people's concerns. News of the holiday restrictions is coming days before the first anniversary of the coup on August the 30th. This announcement said that the goal is to immerse government officials in the realities and the expectations of their compatriots. There is speculation that General Nguema may be softening the ground to run for president in next year's election, the first since he seized power in the Central African state. 6 years ago, 36-year-old Lulu Lape quit her job in the city after the autoimmune disease prompted her to seek a calmer life. She then turned to honeybees, which she says helps to calm her. By educating people on the insect's vital role in the ecosystem, South Africa's bee boss is empowering women. We'll find out more in this next report.
At a farm east of Pretoria, beekeeper Lulu Lape is on a mission to educate people about the importance of bees and empower locals to protect the insects, which are vital for the environment and food production.
Hi, my name is Lulu Lape. I'm a beekeeper. I'm based in Pretoria East, where I keep a farm. I've got a total of 100 beehives at the moment. Some are in this farm where we're at, and others are placed amongst my neighbors who are kindly housing the boxes to ensure that they contribute to the environmental protection of the area, but also to the pollination of the farms around the area.
She started Bongi Bees, not just as a business, but a platform to raise awareness about bees' role in ecosystems.
If we don't have bees, we won't have food, because for food to be able to exist, pollination must happen, and that's the importance of bees. Not only does it give pollination to food, but it also cleans the environment. The area in the cities, it has got so much dirt around. The air you breathe is dirty already with all the fumes, all the petrol around, and the bees clean all that as they fly around and just buzzing naturally, enjoying themselves. They are cleaning the environment for us and making it healthier for us to live. So that's what we have in this environment.
Bees are in decline globally due to habitat loss from industrial development and climate change disrupting their life cycles, according to the UN Food and Agriculture Organization. At Lape's farm, she faces challenges like pesticides used by surrounding farmers, but she's advocating for sustainable practices, lobbying to protect bees and educating neighbors. She also trains a group of women, teaching them to grow and manage hives and extract honey so they can start their own businesses.
Beekeeping has helped me to calm me down. It has helped me understand my environment. It has helped me appreciate nature. And I've been looking at companies that do the same thing with me so that I can get help to do more for bees, to do more for communities. I also do train beekeepers in the area, women in beekeeping. About 30 women now I've been able to train in the past 6 years. And those women are starting their own businesses.
The honey that they make, it's healthy. You can get a lot out of it. Not work only, but you can get honey, you can make a business with it, sales. But it's also good for environment, like the pollen they do, they pollinate, and it makes other things grow as well.
Ms. Lape aims to use bees to empower more women in her community.
Also in South Africa, the last zoo elephant has been released back into the wild after 40 years of captivity. The elephant, named Charlie, was captured in 1984 from Zimbabwe's Hangwe National Park when he was 2 years old. He was taken to Boswell, a circus in South Africa, trained to perform tricks, but in the early 2000s, he was transferred to the country's only national zoo. In recent years, animal welfare groups have pushed for the elephant to be freed due to concerns for his health. But on Tuesday, EMS Foundation, who advocates for the rights of wildlife, announced that after a nail-biting 4-hour trip to freedom, the elephant had arrived at his new home at the Shambhala Private Reserve in Limpopo Province, South Africa. Oh, we're happy for the elephants, and that's where we wrap it up on Network Africa for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Anne Mwawadu.